Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is summer season and you know what that means personally and specifically for me. Summer season means hoe season. I'm pretty sure when God made me, he made me like 70% hoe, and that's just a fact of life. I've accepted it and here I am. I'm about to show you how to transform that crusty, ruggedy old t-shirt into a beautiful, sexy one-shoulder dress. So this DIY is super easy. I promise you can do this in literally an hour max. It took me 30 minutes to do this DIY, and look at that, banging body is on 100, and I'm bringing snacks to the table. I'm making points in this dress, and I love that it's super easy to make. And if you're about to say that before looked so comfy, no one asked you, okay? I like the sexy dress. Let me enjoy things, Mildred. And if you want to make one for yourself, I'm showing you how to do so. If you don't want to make one for yourself, don't. It's really that simple, baby girl, okay? So anyway, I got carried away. So what I'm doing now is I have my one shoulder top, and I'm going to use her as my template. I folded her where she needed to be folded. Because I actually need to make a dress, I also took a bodycon dress and placed it on top of my top and made sure she was flat, she was getting by and understanding that there were rules in this land. And then I folded her at the armpits. That way the shape is kind of like a full dress. If you have a one shoulder dress to use, obviously use that as a template, but I don't have a one shoulder dress and that's why I'm making one, so you feel free to do whatever makes you happy. So all I'm doing now is I'm tracing out the shape, and I made sure to take my sweet time because I wanted this dress to be cute. Actually, no, I wanted her to be sexy. And I didn't leave a seam allowance, mostly because one, my shirt was really stretchy, and two, I wanted this dress to hug every curve like they belonged together. So I just didn't leave that much of a seam allowance, if any, honestly. But feel free to add a bit of seam allowance if you want your dress to be looser. That's the beauty of making your own clothes. You can just make them how you want them to be, and no one is going to judge you. So don't judge me for how I choose to wear my clothes, and I'm not gonna judge you. Let's all live in the same peaceful world and mind our own businesses. So once the shape was drawn out, I'm just placing pins all over to make sure the fabric will stay in place once I start cutting. I don't need her snitching on me to my mom and telling her the kind of pics I've been posting on Instagram, because she's blocked, okay? So I can be a hoe on Instagram, and this fabric is not going to be the one to sell me out. So once I placed all my pins, I'm now going to cut out my shape, and you can see I'm leaving little seam allowance. This is a point, if you do want to add more seam allowance, you can definitely do so and cut further out. And by the way, my shirt is inside out at this point. It just makes the whole sewing process so much easier. So I took my sweet time, cut out my shape, and I was planning my dates. Bae was getting a new woman at the end of this DIY. Things are starting to open back up, and I don't want to go outside, but in this dress, we can make several points outside, so I might just go out. So once you cut out your shape, you're going to sew the sides shut, unless you want to have no sides in your dress, and if that's the case, why are you even here doing this DIY? I sewed a zigzag stitch, and this is because the zigzag stitch allows for stretch. She allows the fabric to be who she wants to be and lets you do you the way you want to do you. Okay, so the zigzag stitch is where it's at. So once the sides are sewn, it's now time to make the armhole and the neckline neater. You can definitely skip this step and just wear the dress as is. Because this fabric is stretchy, it's not going to fray on you, but I like going the extra step. I'm trying to fool people that I actually have money, so I want my clothes to look kinda professional. So what I'm doing is I am folding in the fabric twice and pinning it in place, and this is going to create a very neat neckline that's going to be so cute. It does take a bit more time, but I promise you it'll be so worth it. So just fold in your fabric twice and then pin her in place, and this will make the sewing so much easier, and this is just going to be the chef's kiss to your project. So just hang in there and do this bit. I promise you it'll be worth it. So I did this all around the neckline. I took my sweet time, and once it was done, I'm going to sew a straight stitch all around. Yes, you heard me right. I said a straight stitch, okay? Just a straight stitch. Don't get carried away and try to do extra work for the project. No one likes a show off, Jennifer, okay? So the reason I'm doing a straight stitch at this point, despite my fabric being stretchy, is you realize really don't need this bit to stretch. You just need her to exist and look cute. Oh my gosh, I wish that was my job. But yeah, she doesn't need to do much except look cute, and she's going to do so if she's just a straight stitch, okay? So just do a straight stitch. When you get to a bulky point where your seams are, just go slow and give the machine time to process. Don't rush her through it, and then once it's over the hump, just make sure you backstitch. Make sure you backstitch when you start and end your stitches, okay? If you don't backstitch, I'm calling the police. Anyway, here is my hem sewn down, the neckline. Look at how neat that looks. And now you're going to repeat the same process on your armhole. So I pinned it off camera, and I'm going to do the same exact thing. So a straight stitch all around, just to make sure the fabric stays in her place and knows that I'm the boss of her. So I did my straight stitch, nothing special. If you're trying to show off here and do a zigzag stitch, one, your fabric might become wavy, and two, it's not gonna look that neat. You can use an elastic straight stitch though if you feel confident enough, but honestly, there's no need to do the most. A straight stitch is more than enough. So here's my hemmed armhole, and look at that, neat as a button, and we are done with this dress. So there's the neckline and the armhole. They're looking nice. They're ready for the lineup, and now here is a dress the right way out, and she is ready for as many Tinder dates as you can get. This is a dress that's gonna help you pay off your mortgage, and it's gonna get you a husband. It's gonna help you pass your SATs. This is a dress for everything. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed making this dress with me. If you do recreate it, please tag me in your Instagram pictures. I love seeing you guys absolutely kill it in recreating my DIYs, and it just warms my heart so much. So yeah, this was a super quick video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you make this dress in multiple colors. Honestly, that dress with a denim jacket over it and a belt and some sneakers, you're ready for like a park date. And with a statement jacket and some high heels, you are ready for husband number 3. So you're welcome. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today, and hope to see you in the next one. Bye guys.